Alrighty, guys. So we've seen a lot of discussion, a lot of silly little hilarity here about Global Dokkan and how they like to handle things. To be fair, Dokkan itself does have a problem. I do think Legends a lot of times handles this a little bit better when they are dropping a lot of these characters very fast after data downloads and official reveals and stuff like that. Dokkan a lot of times will do an official reveal and it won't even be up right away, right? Like right now on Global Dokkan, it's like, hey, you want to come summon? Well, you could summon for the Elder Kai banner. Like, it's just ridiculous, right? That they're just going to sit there with no banners up. It's insanity, really, that they're even going to do that. Like, I see no purpose to this. What Dokkan should do, and what they should have done, is anniversary starts, guess what? Broly and Gogeta are live, is what Dokkan should have did. Now, this video is going to be about when the banner is. I'm not going to, make y'all wait all day. So, right here, the banner is going to drop at this time for me. So, it's going to drop on the 9th at 1 a.m., right? So, that is this right here. Just a shade under 2 days away. This countdown clock right here, this is exactly when the Broly and Gogeta banners are going to go live for Global Dokkan. Again, I'm seeing a lot of talk here of people being like, oh, should we skip and save for Beast? Should we skip and save for Worldwide? Should we skip and save for the 10th anniversary? And then you'll get the, the people being funny. Should I save for the 15th anniversary? It's like, no, 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 and no. I sit here and tell people all year, skippity skip that shit for this. Because then this shit drops and you are not skipping these, right? Like, the smartest way to go about summoning in this game is, we could just go in reverse looking at the characters, the banners this year for Global Dokkan. It really is kind of a shoo-in. So let's just start with 2024 characters, right? Super Trunks technically was 2024, right? Yeah, like, there is no reason to summon for this guy. He sucks. He sucks. Dude, he's terrible. He's awful. He's a summonable character this year on Global. He's terrible. That's insanity. So you skip that. Omega Shenron is horrible, dude. You skip him. All right, let's see. Rip Rian. You guys summoned for Rip Rian? Hell no. Rose, I get. Rose was a global first. That's, like, super exciting. His banner wasn't the craziest. His setups weren't the craziest. But Rose is fairly popular, and he was a global first, so that one I do get. But then, like, Gohan and Piccolo? No. Vegeta is another sick, like, global at the same time. I'd get if people summon for him for sure. Let's see. Then we had Dragon Fist and Hirudegarn. Those are, sure, like, dual Dokkan Fest type banners. Those would have been better to not summon on. Especially because, how much Super Easy A Dragon Fist EGL Super Saiyan 3 Goku gives you 70% of what this guy's got. Maybe a little less or something like that, right? So, what else did we have that was actually dropped? There was these banners. I don't know. I actually kind of would understand if players could have summoned on would have summoned on some of these, because it was guaranteed. You were getting guaranteed pulls there, which is always very good to do. Then, of course, Golden Week was same time. But then we get to the real easy skips. Like, LR Ultimate Gohan? No way. Frieza? No. Please, no way. And then Ginyu? So, it's like, there's just so many free skips throughout the year. And then, you are really able to build up your roster of characters when you're saving a lion's share of your stones for these types of banners, right? Being able to get, Broly and stuff like that. Remember, the LR Gods and LR Super Saiyan 4 Gogeta, these characters that are going to be on Beast's banner and Broly's banner, these characters are, 6-7 months away from their EZ and Global and JP. Remember, the sync is happening basically after anniversary for Global. So, JP, we're going to be getting this, basically their EZA, it's going to be like February 22nd of 2025. Something like, it's going to be almost exactly to that day. And Global's getting it at the exact same time, right? Like, Global doesn't have to wait a full year for these guys to EZA. It's only, it's 6 months away, 7 months away. So that's good. You'll be able to pick up a lot of characters, and don't forget these steps are crazy. I'm not sure if Global's going to get the global exclusive tickets. I don't know what they were talking about in the news. Right, it's right here. I'm not really sure what they're referring to at this. I find it hard to believe that they're going to have the special tickets that Global has had in the past, but not talk about it in here, so we'll see. I feel like that makes me think it's not, because, like, why wouldn't they show that here? Because that is a huge deal. And then in conjunction with this, it'd be so ridiculous. I mean, this is better than the tickets anyway, so it doesn't really matter so much. But imagine if Global got both. Oh my god. Talk about ridiculous, man. Absolutely insanity. But there's those banners. I mean, we could jump and look at the banners themselves. So I've been telling people all day and talking about these banners, right? I do think you're probably better off going for BROLY. Because, well, number one, Broly's the Dokkan Fest LR, right? Which means he's going to have a little bit of a better banner. I mean, Gogeta's banner's not the worst. I mean, this is going to be one of the first returning spots for Sword of Hope Trunks. I mean, if this guy was a better LR, this would be a better slot right here, but he was just a kind of an L release, right? Carnival Gohan, of course, has been a while. You have these two EZA characters, Broly, Chan, and Lemmo. They'll be easying on Global, you know, only in about a week or so here. So they're going to be very good very soon. But then, I mean, you know, like Krillin, at Broly and Paragus, Bardock and Gine, I mean, these are like real huge L's tacked onto the end of this banner. Whereas over here, at least it's other Dokkan Festival exclusive characters. That's kind of like the big difference, right? But the main reason I think it's smarter to summon for Broly is twofold. Number one, Gogeta is really good. But, I mean, Gogeta's the 5th best character on his own team. Like, if we're really kind of, like, running stuff over here. So, like, here's what my tier list would look like, right? So I would have Gogeta as the 5th best character on the team, which is pretty nuts. It's 5. Like, it's crazy because Gogeta's really good. And the thing is, even though he is the 5th best character, he does synergize incredibly well. Because, like, Beast is untouchable turn 1. Same with this Vegeta and Goku. So they're, like, all dominant at the start of the fight. And then you get to the end of the fight, and then Tech UI and Gogeta will take over. Right? You have Gogeta's active skill taunt, and then you have Tech UI Goku's domain. That, like they actually made Superhero Run very, very good. But here's the thing with Gogeta. Right, besides the fact that he's, you know, the 5th best unit on the team and stuff like that. This character, Blue Kaioken Goku and Evolution Blue Vegeta, this will give you 80% of what Gogeta gives you. Something like that. They're better defensively until Gogeta transforms. And even then, I mean, they're always going to tank better than Gogeta basically at all times, right? It's just that Gogeta in blue does have 70% dodge. Gogeta in blue also has a 70% Ki Blast counter. But the huge thing, of course, both are Rainbow Orb changing, this character and Gogeta. This character, over the course of an entire fight, is going to put up a lot more damage than Gogeta as well. Doesn't always mean that's necessarily a good thing, but it is good to point out. But obviously, the huge difference is you do have to respect Gogeta's active skill, which is, you know, top 10, maybe closer to top 5 active skill in the entire game. That Gogeta, you know, target, attraction, taunt, active skill, whatever it is we want to call it. But you could use this character, right, which is an EZA, a Dokkan Fest exclusive from 2020. So that's not, like, you could replicate what Gogeta's doing. Broly, it's not so simple. Broly, I mean, I do think Cell Max is better than Broly, but I mean, Cell Max, we don't know when it's coming out on Global. For all we know, Cell Max doesn't drop for 6 months on Global. I think Global players, a lot of you guys are going to want and need Broly for the mission-based content that Dokkan is going to be dropping. You need to be ready to go, you know, to use full extreme class teams against these tough fights, right? There's one against Beast, the Supreme Battle Spectacle Beast Gohan fight. There's one against Cell Max, right? This character is huge for the Red Zone movie boss rush mission, right? You have to use movie bosses characters, I believe, is what it is. Like, there's just a lot of stuff like that, right? So getting Broly, I think, is just going to be much more impactful towards completing all the content in the game over Gogeta. Gogeta has a great leader skill, movie hero 200%, but Broly has like a top 3 leader skill in the game. full power transformation boosts and super bosses, most of the releases in 2024 do fall under his umbrella. Now, besides summoning on these two, do keep in mind that in part 2, I think it drops in part 3, you'll be able to get all the tickets, and you can choose one of the 4 anniversary banners to get a 77 unit multi for free on. Broly, Gogeta, and then of course there's also the Beast Gohan and Gamma's banner, but I just wanted to prioritize talking about Gogeta and Broly. So, I mean, you could certainly put, a lot of, for part 1, put your stones into Broly. Then I think for part 2, it's you put everything into Beast. Beast is the best character I've ever used in Dokkan history. You do want to make sure you're walking out of the anniversary of Beast Gohan in part 2 for sure. And then, you could use your tickets at the end to maybe try and get yourself Gogeta, or maybe you can go for the Gammas. I would say the Gammas, to me, are the lowest level priority character. Gammas are good, but I've just found that the other anniversary characters perform better than the Gammas, that's all. So, there you guys go. This, of course, is when the banners are going to be dropping. The Gogeta and Broly banners. Let me know what you guys think. Good luck for anyone who's summoning. Again, don't worry about like, oh my god, I should save. No, like, anniversary time comes, you can summon, man. It's all the time throughout the year. All these shitty filler yellow coin LRs and stuff like that. That's the stuff you don't want to touch. When they're dropping elite banners with a lot of good characters on them, right? Well, I mean, we do have, okay, so like Gogeta's elite. I'm just going to call these two elite as well. I don't like Sword of Hope Trunks is like okay or mediocre. I don't know. The rest of the banner is kind of just, I mean, looking over here, Broly is elite. They are elite, of course. Yep, they're actually, that's true. Like, you could replace most of what Gogeta does with them, and they're on Broly's banner right there, too, if you don't have them. This character is pretty niche, but you could do stuff with them. Zamasu's okay. I mean, he's a capable character. An actual domain update allowing you to overwrite domains would make Zamasu much more runnable. Golden Freeze is really good. Cooler's dead. This Broly's dead. Vegito and Gogeta are still runnable, honestly. Vegito and Gogeta, they're still pretty good. You could take advantage of them. And then the gods, I mean, again, you're 6-7 months away from them being a top 5 unit in the game. So let me know what you guys decide to do. See you guys soon for the global 9th anniversary Broly and Gogeta summons.